well, maybe by the short sleeve and shorts, you can see we're not in Maine anymore. Well, I'm not. Flew back down yesterday. We're getting the kids, getting the camper, and we're coming up. We did have some last minute plan changes. We got a new truck. Some other things happened. We're getting ready to drive up today. Probably gonna take us 4 days. Should be interesting, should be fun. What you saw was episode 1, and this week will be episode 2. So thanks for watching, thanks for keeping up. I'm hoping I'm getting enough for everybody who wants to keep up and see what we're doing, an idea of what we're doing. So appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.
Silence in the background, violence in your eyes now. Remember that time you gave your heart to me. Remember that time when life was like a dream. You know what I know. You know what I know. I need to hold you close to me, to me, to me, to me, yeah.
Digging a post hole here sucks. Maybe not everywhere, but here definitely. Rocks. Rocks everywhere. Are the bugs getting you? Oh, Mama got you fixed up?
My turn. Bubba, here's your stick.
Watch out. Watch out, Bubba. For the Starlink. So we can get the north sky. Right now it's on the ground, right there. Trying to get it up out of the way. Bubba's digging some more dirt for the hole. I don't have all my tools out here yet. So probably gonna hammer in a nail with an axe. So it's going great. Somebody left their phone mount in an airplane in Philadelphia. So right now you guys are leaning against just about anything I can find. I'm gonna see if I can get this board nailed up there without walking all the way down the hill to the canopy to get the ladder. We're gonna find out. Let's see. Two nails ought to hold the Starlink, right? I think so. All right, yeah, put some more dirt in there. Right now you're on the auger. If I can get it to, there you go. A little bit crooked. That's okay, we're in the woods. If it's a little off, life goes on, right? You hear me say that a lot. I got dirt on my face. Allergies kicking all of our butts. Specifically Brienne, but the trick to doing something like this is just holding your tongue weird, like, and just gritting and hope you don't hit your fingers. Otherwise, it's pretty easy. I think we got it right. Bad news is that tree right there may eventually have to get cut down. Just gotta hammer the other nail in it. Get the Starlink right there put up. These black flies are kind of crazy, but they're not bad today. Bubba's been helping me dig holes, so keep at it. See, that's the thing about doing this type of endeavor. Sometimes you just got to make things work. You just saw me put together a post, or put in a post for the Starlink. I stole nails out of a piece of plywood I had. I didn't have a hammer, so I used an axe. The post I found on the side of the road in a ditch. The board that's up there, that came from Texas, from a buddy of mine who built his deck with it. And he had some little bitty leftovers, so I just brought a few of them. Matter of fact, there's some under the camper, blocking up one of the legs. You just gotta make things work. I mean, yeah, things will get easier once we get infrastructure built, especially once we get our house built. Things will be a heck of a lot easier, but you just make things work. We're making it work. Yeah, make it work. Make it work. Live your dream. Starlink's done. I know, I'm absolutely terrible at filming everything, but we got a water barrel. The well won't be done for probably 2 weeks, so we're having to make do with either bringing water in here or catching water. So that's what we're doing. Catching water. I want to talk to the guy who taped this. See all the bugs on the camper? We destroyed the bugs on the way up. We got the mailbox put up. But I'm not going to show you guys that because I don't want to dox myself. Black flies are crazy, man. They're crazy. Give me a sec. You just saw those black flies landing on my hand. See them? This stuff right here. Watch. Now they won't do it. That stuff's awesome. Back to the bunghole. Had to change projects. But the barrel's done. There. Terrible at this. Already started. We're making the solar panel mount, or the rack for the solar panels. I've got alder
or not alder, aspen branches or trees that I've cut for stakes, because we went all the way to town and I forgot stakes, so I'm making do. It's gonna be 20 foot by 34, I think. It's gonna hold 5 solar panels. We have 8. We'll expand in the future, but for now, this is what we're gonna put up. We had 4 back in Texas when we were keeping the camper off grid, so 5 should be plenty for the camper for now. Plus, we only have 2 batteries in the camper right now, whereas in the cabin we'll have 4. So it'll work out. It'll be fine. So we're gonna have part of the solar put up, but we gotta build the rack. So let's build the rack. Gosh dang it. There's gonna be a post here. And a post here. In that hole. Once those 2 are up, we'll square the, we'll line the middle one up. We'll square this, square that, and so we can drop our 1, 2, 3. So we'll square everything off of these front 2. But it's gonna be a pain digging these holes. So let's see. Now this is an unfortunate situation.
Yep.
Look at that rock.
Got it.
That's what it's like digging rocks,
Yep. Big rock.
rocks, and more rocks.
Yep.
This sucks. Another one. This is one hole. I need a spud bar or a rock bar or something. So before you try and butcher me and comment about, oh, get this, get that, I don't want to drive all the way to town. I know what I could do. I could just get a stick of freaking dynamite or an excavator. Should have got an excavator. Two foot. All right, now that you see me dig one and how much of a struggle it's gonna be to dig the one, we've got 5 more. I'll check back in like, shoot, I don't know, a long time. I'll dig the other ones and then I'll show you. It sucks. 3 done. 3 posts in, 3 holes dug, 3 done. Now I just gotta square up the next run down to these. We'll be good to go, which I think I slightly screwed up because I didn't check 20 foot from that last post to this one before I tamped it in. So that should be fun. Might have to redo it. You know what? Let's just find out. You find out with me. Find out how bad I just screwed up. Honestly, it's not that big a deal, but I would like it to be pretty close because things are close. It just makes life easier. If it's a little off, I mean, that doesn't. Yeah, see, way off. That's unfortunate. Way off. Way off. 5 inches off. I'm gonna have to redo that one. Oh shit. I'll be back. I gotta redo this. Okay. Now it's fixed. It's 20 foot to the center of this post. And the reason why is because I need a place to attach my other going up when I add the other solar panels. But honestly, I don't know if this is going to be where they live their whole life or not. So these aren't even concreted in, they're just tamped in. But I don't know if it's going to be a permanent spot. So I got to put 3 more squared up with these. And then like I say, the other ones will run up that way if this ends up being a permanent spot. If it does end up being a permanent spot, I might do some funky stuff with some bracing and some concrete, but for right now, I don't think this is going to be the permanent spot. I think it's going to be down that way where the cabin's going to be, the little cabin is going to be built. It's super hard digging. See that big rock right there? That come out of that post hole. But I got 3 more to do. I got to square it up with these, put those in, and then we can get to the actual fun stuff, because digging holes just isn't fun. Luckily it's not 102, so yeah, I'll get these squared up, get the other ones dug, and we'll take a look. We have a pretty big problem. I'll show you. This right here is where I need my post to go. I was like, oh, I'll just cut that root out. Big rock. Giant rock. Bigger rock than I can move. Almost forgot to show you guys the solution to our giant rock problem. It's been probably an hour and a half. These were the posts that I had up when you last saw, so I moved them forward. Instead of putting a set of posts behind these, I just moved the row forward. But we have it all leveled up, or squared up, and we have our line. That's where the bottom brace is going to come across. Should work out pretty good. So what I did was I marked 37.5 with my square and then used the 4-foot level as a straight edge. I haven't done this one yet, so I can show you. It is the next day. Trip to town took a little bit longer, and then it started to rain. But I worked through the rain and the chaos. Solar panels are up. And they're wired up. With it being temporary, the wire is kind of crazy. But I've got it situated good enough for now. Solar panels are up, 5 of them. We still have 3 more in storage. I'm gonna add 1 more on this side and 2 more on that side. If this ends up being the permanent spot. If not, basically what I'll do is disassemble this and move it. I really hope I don't have to do that, but that might end up happening. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple mount. Digging the holes were the hardest part, for sure. These are the mounts that we used. These Z brackets. It's at a 37 degree angle. I think that puts us at a good halfway point for summer and winter. I thought about making one that moved or tilted, but I didn't want the unsecurity of it, or the unsecurity, is that a word? I don't know. Like this ain't going nowhere. I mean, gale force winds. Hopefully we don't have to deal with a tornado, but something like that. This isn't going nowhere. I couldn't think of a good solution for a pivoting mount. There we go, pivot. Well, I don't know how you would say it would be less secure than this. But a pivot mount, I couldn't come up with a good idea for a pivot mount that I felt would be secure enough. Because this is an important piece of our homestead. And it's one of them things that you don't want it to go anywhere. You want it to stay right where you put it. So I came up with that, or I decided on this to have them solid mounted and not pivot, which I think is gonna work out. But there's our 5 panels. You can see I got some brush to cut down right there. But that's our 5 panels. On to the next project. Also, check this saw out. I got it for $6 at a little garage sale down the road. Look at it. Is this not a freaking sweet handsaw? $6. I also got some shovels. Got that shovel and some cast iron saucepans. But there's our solar. Next project, we are gonna actually start the cabin, and it's gonna be back in there. And I say we're gonna start the cabin, I'm not 100% sure yet. I thought about extending
the driveway out to this, all the way up, before I start the cabin. Maybe get another 2 loads of rock in and widening the driveway to that before I start the cabin down there. Because you can see it's kind of tight with the camper in here, and we got to get the well drilled, and I want the well drilled about back there. Yeah, so yeah, widen the driveway, and at the back corner of the camper is kind of where I want the well, where I would prefer the well. So I think we might widen the driveway first before we start the camper. I don't know yet though. Just kind of playing it by ear. But look at the sun creating electricity. Isn't that awesome? Alright, we're gonna go down here to where we're gonna build. Also, I measured this earlier. It's 200 foot from the solar panels. I talked to Signature Solar, and we did some math for voltage drop. I think, the way I figure it's gonna be less than a 2% drop, voltage drop, if we run from where the solar panels currently are, which is straight through those trees to here, to where we're gonna build the cabin. It's less than a 2% drop in voltage. So I think we'll be fine putting the, leaving the solar panels up there, adding the 3 more, and then running the 200 foot down here. And with a less than 2% voltage drop with a 10 gauge wire, I think we'll be all right. 200 foot of wire, 400 foot altogether with a positive and a negative is going to be kind of pricey, but I think it'll be worth it having the solar panels away. And maybe I'll regret that in winter when I have to walk all the way up there in the snowy cold to brush off the solar panels, but it'll just be part of the daily chores. But for now, we've got to get all this cut up. We've already got some cut up. I cut down some earlier right before I had a couple appointments in town earlier, and I cut a couple up. But for now, you can sit here and watch me cut up some trees. You'll see I have a pretty cool marker, or it marks 16 inches in length for the firewood, because our stove, it can fit like 18, but it'll fit 16 inches very comfortably, very easily. So you'll see I got a little marker. It rolls and puts out a little paint. I painted my boot green earlier with it on accident, but it is what it is. So yeah, we get to clear some of this up. So this thing, it's the Mingo, the Mingo marker, but you put a paint can in there, and when this rolls, every 16 inches, there's a little thing here that moves this lever. I don't want to do it because it'll spray my phone, but you see it moves that lever, sprays the paint. And if you look close, you'll see puts a little dot
every 16 inches, and it gets it perfect. I mean, our stove is kind of particular about the size of wood that goes in it, so it's got to be pretty darn close. And this gets us there. Now we just got to pick it all up. Maybe I can get the kids down here. That'd be really helpful.
Why don't you put this log in here? Got it?
Thing right, man.
Is at like 40 inches. There's water coming up. Now what do I do? I mean, it's a bunch of gravel. Bunch of gravel come out of the hole. But there is definitely water coming into that hole. I've never lived in a place where you dig a hole and then water can just come up. which is kind of crazy. I mean, it just rained a good bit, so maybe that's it, but I mean, we're up on a giant hill. I mean, it right across, back there, it just like dives off. I don't know. Should I just keep digging? Yeah, let's just keep. All right, now I'm to a point that I am not sure what to do. But I bet that hole is full of water in 15 minutes. I gotta figure out what to do here. Do I need to change strategies? I mean, we're on a hill, we're not in a wetland. But there's water coming into that hole. I don't know. I'll figure it out.